Hey everyone, it's Fibro Mom here. I just kind of wanted to start this little video vlog. Um, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. It took forever to finally reach that diagnosis, and it's been hard. It's been depressing. It's been sad. It's been a very roller coaster of emotions. Having this disease. So it was really pressed upon my heart to start doing some video vlogs. The day in the life of a person with fibro. I'm not just going to show you the good days, but I'll even video the bad days that I have. I just really wanted to be able to reach out to other people out there in this big world who also have the fibromyalgia. I want them to know that they are not alone. You are not alone. There's others out there who feel the same way you feel. Okay? Some of our symptoms might be different. Some of our trigger points might be different. Some of the pain areas that we have could be different, but it's all still the same on the bottom line. So let me start a little bit before we get into everything. Like and subscribe to this channel first of all. Stay tuned because, like I said, I'm going to be posting videos of encouragement and all kinds of different things. So, like and subscribe. Thank you. First of all, I'm not just a fibro mom. I'm a mom of 3 wonderful children, one of which is a stepson, who has blessed us with a beautiful granddaughter who calls me Nana. I have 2 wonderful children biologically with my husband. One of them has severe anxiety. One of them is autistic. I've homeschooled my kids. It's been wonderful to be able to do that. I am no stranger to pain. I've had many other health issues. I've had a pacemaker implant. Ta-da! I've had that since I was 12 because I know somebody's going to ask. I have a pericardial window put in because when I had a pacemaker lead retracted for being recalled, one caused me to go into congestive heart failure, which caused fluid, blah, 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 pericardial window. So no stranger to pain. Like anybody else, I've broken bones. From my toes to my kneecap. Actually dislocated the kneecap, broken ankles, fingers, whatever. No stranger to pain. So, yes, I stay at home, as you can see. I also work for a company called Usborne Books and More, because I am a huge life coach for education. I believe in literacy. And there's so many kids today out in the world who struggle to read. They struggle to learn. So I push for them to get books in every kid's hands. That's my goal. And I also have 2 degrees in psychology, one of which is in children's psychology. So yeah, stay-at-home mom, 3 kids, granddaughter, 2 degrees in psychology, life coach for education, plus I work for Usborne Books. Yeah, my plate is full. Yes. And I have a puppy who's staring at me right now. I'm not sure what he wants, but he is completely staring at me. Anyway, so back to the fibro. It took a long time to get to a diagnose. I started out just probably like anybody else. I was having some pains in my feet, which they said could be anything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, try different shoes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know you've all probably heard the same song and dance. And then it was also in my left arm. I was getting pains in my shoulders, in my left arm. I started calling it my dumb arm. Everybody thought it was pretty comical. And I called it that because there were days where it would just ache and it would just feel so heavy and it just was so hard to try to pick it up or lift it. So I called it my dumb arm. So then the pain was into my other shoulders and in my lower back. Then I started having problems with my hips, and I've seen every doctor out there. They were saying, well, it's arthritis or you have bursitis. Okay, fine, let's just chalk it up to that. At first, I was diagnosed with what they called RSD, which is a reflex sympathetic dystrophy. That is what I was told all those years was in my shoulders and my left arm. And when it started going to my feet, I guess assumed maybe the RSD had spread to my feet because it was a very similar pain and the same tingling in my feet, toes, that I did in my hands. So my hands were always cold, especially during the winter, and boy does it hurt when they get cold in the winter. So they said it was Raynaud's. I had noticed some of the pain started coming into my legs. So again, it was spreading as far as I could see. So it must have been the RSD. I had fallen. I had got dizzy and fallen. My legs felt weak and they just gave out from underneath me. And they said it was vertigo. So, okay. So now I have RSD. I have arthritis. I have bursitis. I have vertigo. What else could it be? It's just been woo. And so finally, I had switched to a different doctor had come along, and I started seeing him, and I was telling him about everything, and he's looking in my records and reading everything. And he says, well, I hate to tell you, but you don't look like you have RSD. RSD has a particular look when it affects certain areas. And if you have RSD for so long and it's just starting to spread, RSD doesn't take years to spread. So he was not convinced that it was that. At first he thought maybe it was Lyme. So I tested negative, obviously, for the Lyme disease. He tested me negative for MS because MS runs in the family. Then he had sent me to a specialist who was literally poking every inch of my body, and it was just like flinging me off the table with pain. And he called them pressure points or whatever. I don't know. All I could tell you was that was pain points. That's what I call them, pain points. There's certain areas on your body if you touch, and yeah, So anyway, I'm going back to the doctor and I'm discussing these points with him, and then he starts pushing in different spots in my legs and my arms and my back and my hip, and I'm like, okay, enough. I've had enough torture. Now I'm going to go home and I'm going to suffer for probably 3 days in agony because you've triggered these points, which did happen. Yes, obviously. So fibromyalgia is not fun. It is very painful. You can have good days and you can have bad days and you can have really bad days. But once you get the diagnosis and you hear the words fibromyalgia and you're like, whoa, I finally know I'm not crazy. All of these things combined, ooh, he thinks he heard someone. So the pain in the back, the hips, the shoulders, the feet, the fingers, the tingling, it all comes together into one fibromyalgia. Finally, I have a diagnosis. But what I didn't know was after I got that diagnosis, how much I would feel my life changing after that. My life changed before that, but for some reason it didn't really hit until the diagnosis came in. And that's when it hit me hard, real hard. I can only speak for myself. I don't know about everybody else. So that is just my first video here. I just wanted to give you a gist of who I am, Fibromom. What my experience was reaching up to the point to my diagnosis. Letting everyone know that everyone's different, but we're still the same. I'm going to continue doing different videos. So like I said, like and subscribe, because every day I'm going to try to do a different video. My next video, I'll probably explain a little bit more about how I dealt and deal with everything. And I want to also do a video about what exactly is fibromyalgia. I'm going to be discussing some trigger foods. Yes, there are trigger foods that we eat that cause the certain episodes or spells, or however you call them. For real. I've done my own experiment with them. It's real. I've tried every pain method out there. I will pretty much explain to you during that time, some of the pain things that I have tried may not have worked for me, but I want you to know that they're there in case you want to try them. Maybe they'll work for you. Just because they didn't work for me doesn't mean they're not going to work for you, okay? I just want to, like I said, show you some good days and what it's like for a bad day. Hopefully it's not just going to be people who have fibromyalgia watching this video. I really hope that someone else will take time to listen to what I'm saying who doesn't have it, so they can have a better understanding of who we are, what we go through, what we deal with, because you never know. You yourself could get it. A family member, a friend, you don't know. Someone down the road, you'll be like, hey, you know what? I know what that is, and I know how to support them. I know how to encourage them. I know how to be there for them, because sometimes just being there is enough for us. So stay tuned for more Fibromom coming your way. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.